Good day, everyone, and welcome to the Grumpy Old Gamers podcast. You can't teach an old gamer new tricks. I'm Ryan, and with me, as always, my good buddy Rob.
Hello. We're back.
Hello. Yeah, it seems like it's been a while.
But there's so much news.
There's a lot of news. So before we get into news, we'll just hop right into housekeeping. Actually, no. Before we hop into housekeeping, how you been?
Hey, I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah. Life just keeps taking swings, and just gotta take it on the jaw and keep going, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, we're all upset about the Amico, but
yeah,
there's a club now.
The Amico.
Yeah.
Well, all right, we got pleasantries out of the way. I mean, since the last time we got together, we were hyped that our hockey team was in the playoffs, but they had their asses handed to them in the second round there. So,
we don't talk about Oilers.
Yeah, we don't talk about the Oilers. And who would have thought that the Panthers, who barely sneaked into the wild card slot in the Eastern Division, would be heading to the final? But I guess that's what the whole system's made for, right?
That's why you play the games.
Yeah.
Speaking about playing the games, who's excited about the Amico?
That guy there?
This guy right here.
All right, we'll do a little housekeeping. As always, our friends at Buzzsprout, they allow us to be affiliates of theirs. So if you're interested in trying out this podcasting thing, follow a link in wherever you've gotten this podcast from. It'd be at the video, the audio, whatever. It's all in the description there. Should be right around the top. And if you sign up for 1 month, they will give you a $25 Amazon gift card that you can go spend at Amazon.com.
Or .ca.
Or .ca, depending where you are.
UK. .ru.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Amazon's everywhere.
It's true. Except in the Amazon.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably there too. But just...
Amazon to the Amazon.
Right. Bezos.
So they've done us good, and they're very easy to work with, and it's super easy to get your podcast to appear everywhere.
It's true.
Everywhere.
Oh yeah.
So Buzzsprout, good people. They'll give you money if you try them. Second thing, we just thought we'd maybe take a second to talk about the elephant in the room, I guess it would be. And just the time that we've been taking between podcasts. Just between work and life with Rob and I here, we've had a lot of misfires. We were all ready to go last week, and I ended up working late. So, they tell you to have a work-life balance and everything. This was a lot easier to actually do during pandemic. Right? Like,
it was.
There's a lot less later things going on, but things have been a little crazy for both of us with work and life and family, and but so I had put up the talk about maybe going on hiatus for a bit, but Rob talked me out of it and just said, and you know what, we kind of came to the conclusion we're gonna do these when we can. They may not be regular, but for the foreseeable future, there will be another one. You can always bet that there'll be another one until we say that there isn't going to be another one. So, if you're anxiously awaiting for that next episode, it will show up. I mean, maybe next week we will.
Actually,
You know what? I can't do mine. I won't be in town next week. I already know that. So maybe in 2 weeks we can do
Ryan
one.
takes a lot of vacation because he gets a lot of vacation.
Actually, in 2 weeks would be perfect, Rob. Actually, in 3 weeks would be better because the first thing, the first bit of our stories here in news, I'll just segue this into news, is that Xbox announced their showcase for June 11th, which is, I imagine, going to be their E3-esque presentation with everything that's coming up. And they announced that there's going to be no Starfield in that because right after that showcase, there's going to be a Starfield Direct, where it's just an hour of Starfield.
A game that is real and will come out eventually.
They have a release date.
Yeah. So did the Amico.
So in our first bit of news there, yes, Xbox announced that their showcase is going to be June 11th. Not to be outdone, Evercade announced that they're having a showcase on May 31st.
Very similar, powerful companies. Yeah, no, those are always fun because they're actually releasing things.
Yeah.
It's going to be cartridges from what they're... But yeah, they always have these little things, and they talk about the new collections that are coming out, and I'll watch it. It's always very exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's always lots to talk about, that's for sure, right?
Yeah, they're not saying anything about more hardware, but they've already done three pieces of hardware. So the original Evercade, the EXP, the Evercade Versus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How many Evercades do you have? You just have the one?
I have all of them.
Do you?
I do.
Did you get the console one too?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't think you... Oh.
You betcha.
And?
Oh, I mean, it's great. It's great to be able to play it because the cord is like... The funny thing is, you like playing it on the TV. You have to get like a mini HDMI with the other handhelds.
Mm-hmm.
But the EXP, or sorry, the Versus, it's a console. You can put a couple cartridges in, and the controller cable is like 90 feet long, so you can actually sit like on the other side of the room. It's like,
that's awesome.
It is. It's real good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not awesome, Rob. Well, do you have any other Evercade news that you want to talk about for now?
Got some more cartridges coming that may or may not do a review on later. We'll see. But no, Evercade, still awesome.
But what's not awesome, Rob, and I'll use that segue again, is on May 9th, Nintendo had an investors call, and they told their investors to not look for a new Switch to appear anytime in 2023.
Because they're releasing a new console.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be funny?
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be funny if that's what it actually was? Like, if they're like, oh no new Switch, but we've got this. Yeah. Yep. No, it's yeah, so they laid it out there. They know people want it, but the other problem is, Rob, people won't stop buying the current Switch.
Yep. I mean, right? Look at not Zelda. Yeah, Zelda.
Yeah.
The new Zelda. It's like they're gonna keep buying stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. At $80 a bang.
I mean, I've even read some stuff that like the Switch is dominating Japan, where PlayStation has been the dominant console for a long time.
Yep.
And the Switch is now like, because people can have multiple in households because it's handheld, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's but it's sad to hear. I mean, I like, all I want is a new Switch, man. I see the chugging in some of the games.
Oh yeah.
The newer games that come out, you just see the chugging happen, the frame rate drops and everything. But I mean, they are milking every last bit of juice they can out of that.
And they know that they're due for the the console that won't do well. That's the Nintendo curse, right? It's like does good, doesn't do good, does do good, doesn't do good.
Yeah, they never follow up a massive hit with another massive hit, right?
They're due for a Switch U.
Switch U.
So, yeah.
Maybe Brent has made that prediction a few times that they're going to bring out a TV console, and the Switch will be like the Wii U pad for it.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, that'd be crazy if somebody released something that looked like a Wii U pad that you use with your console.
Oh, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it?
More on that later. More on that later.
Oh,
so in the weeks since we've been together, there has been a metric poop ton of news about the Microsoft Activision Blizzard merger.
Oh yeah, everyone's real happy about it. Totally gonna happen.
So the EU finally approved the union, but I forget which branch it is now. Who's the branch that said that they can't get to it, but it's another branch in the UK. The Competition and Markets Authority in the UK is blocking the Xbox Activision Blizzard merger. And they're kind of the last holdouts. So the main they could, but Microsoft has a couple options right now. They could merge basically everywhere else. Everywhere else is fine except the UK, and just not sell their stuff in the UK, which is probably not a good idea.
Oh, no.
I mean, or maybe it is. Who knows? Depends how much the UK gives them in. But I'm going to say probably not, because that would make it a lot of very, very a lot of people mad.
Oh yeah.
So, it's getting so close, but I think we're still looking at a bit. The stepping point, or the point that they're stuck on, is that they're worried about streaming, Microsoft's streaming stance with this, and that Microsoft will just have too much in the game for streaming. And one of the things that Microsoft added to get the EU Council to agree is saying that they guarantee all their stuff will be licensable to whatever streaming service wants it. It won't be exclusive just to the Xbox, like xCloud or whatever. But they've of course added that after this Competition and Markets Authority, CAMA, blocked the merger. So they're appealing, and God knows how long that will take.
Our kids may enjoy the merger by the time it actually happens.
Right?
We'll be long since dead. Why can't one of these committees actually just make you guys can merger, but Bobby Kotick has to be put in a bag and mailed somewhere.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say something violent, but I don't wish violence upon him. Just
no.
Just go away. We don't promote violence here on the Grumpy Old Gamers podcast.
No, we do not. So I guess I should have had this story after. I should have switched these two stories around, because the next story I got here is that Tears of the Kingdom, the new Zelda game, came out during.
There's a new Zelda game?
So I've heard.
Right.
So I've heard. And it has sold 10 million copies in 3 days, in the first 3 days of its launch.
I mean, it's not bad.
I mean, that's over a week ago now.
Mm-hmm.
Because it came out on the 12th. Yeah, it came out on the 12th. So that article was from like the 15th. So who knows how much it's sold now. But I mean, that's fulfilling all the pre-orders and everything that all the day ones and everything.
There was some hype around the game.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've got my copy sitting right here, but as you can see, or maybe not in the camera,
Not really.
It's still wrapped. I haven't had a chance to crack it open yet, but it's here.
You know, every time they release a Zelda game, you see the same people commenting about sexism in the game. And it's like, when are they going to make a game starring a female Zelda?
Good night, folks.
Good night. Yeah. Yeah, it's usually the reaction they have. Yeah.
Yeah, there's been lots of hype and people talking like it's game of the year already, and we're only in May. So I can't wait to give it a try. Everyone around me's been playing it, and I've just been like, shh, I don't, nothing. Shh, shh.
You take your first couple steps and swing your stick, and it breaks on the first enemy. And then you pick up another stick, and then it breaks. I'm sure it's a great game. I'm sure it's going to be fantastic. But what else you got?
What else we got here?
Yeah.
So last week, NetherRealm announced the new Mortal Kombat game, and it's being titled Mortal Kombat 1.
Because they've been watching a lot of Xbox's naming conventions.
Yeah, yeah.
The next one will be the 360, or the one before it'll be the 360. That doesn't work.
They'll just add an X or an S.
Yeah.
The sequel will be the 1X, 1S.
This is a reimagining of the first one, right? Is that kind of the?
It is. Naming? So it's going back to the beginning, and I don't know if you watched the trailer.
Oh yeah. No blood at all. It was the cleanest thing I've ever seen.
Said no one ever.
Yeah. It's like, hey, I can see that man's brainstem.
So it looks good, and it's coming out in September, I believe. On PS5, Xbox Series, PC, and Switch.
And the Switch.
The Switch.
Probably not the best way to play it.
No, but you know what? I heard some decent things about 11 on the Switch. Like, it was very playable.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they what they get out of it's pretty amazing. But yeah, if you're in it for the graphics, that's probably not the best way to do it.
No.
But if you want to be able to play it on the toilet, then maybe it is. Unless PlayStation comes up with a way to play video games in your house away from the console.
Oh, that'd be something, eh?
Man, what if they did that?
So, Mortal Kombat coming in September. New Mortal Kombat looks good.
Yep.
Rob.
Hey.
Why don't you take
How you doing?
Why don't you take this next one?
Do I have to talk about this?
You do.
All right.
It'll make you feel better to talk about it.
All right. So, we all got a letter, all of us, and Television Amico, from what's his pickle, the guy who's I don't even remember his name anymore. It's Phil something. The guy who, from the Amico CEO, head of Intellivision. Yeah, Amico's still not out. Not coming out soon. But you'll have a chance to play some of the Amico IPs and the games because they're releasing out them to mobile devices. So you can play Shark and Astro Smash and all these other games that look like mobile games anyway are now going to be available on mobile. And what about those people who dropped $100 on a deposit for the console? Don't you worry, because those people who did that will have first access to the Intellivision Amico Club.
Ooh.
What does that mean? Who knows? Probably nothing. Probably won't do a thing. But if you're in the club, maybe you'll get some pins, maybe a t-shirt. I don't know, man. But they said they haven't completely given up on the console. They just have no money. They said they need to make some cash flow for this to get the consoles out. And then they posted a link to a father and his son playing some like Shark. And this was the letter.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, so we're not really making anything, but soon you can play some of our crappy games on the mobile devices. There you go. You like that? We'd give you your money back for the deposit, but we're not going to do that. We're going to keep it. Although it's long since gone. We blew it on crack a long time ago.
Coke and hookers.
And you can join. You want to join a club? You want to be like in a secret friendship club where we all talk about games that could have been and listen to Tommy Tallarico lie about stuff? Allegedly.
Allegedly, yes.
Allegedly.
Let's
don't sue us. We have no money.
Yeah, you ever heard the term blood from a stone?
Yeah. So they announced this, and the internet barely said anything. It was like, huh, that's quite a surprise. I think most of us just forgotten about it. I forgot about the deposit like years ago. It was 2020. It was supposed to come out. It's 2023.
Yeah.
So go to our webpage if you want to see the whole letter, because I posted it all in an article. You have to scroll down past some things that have exclamation marks in them, like "This is cool" or "Neato," like, and then further down it says, "Look for the picture of a couple guys playing Shark."
Yes,
that'll be the letter. It'll change your life.
Amico, it's still a thing.
Amico never was a thing. But at least they've got my money, and I'll never get it back.
Yeah, that is the most important thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
Well, maybe we'll follow that up with some good news, better news.
Right.
Instead of things being canceled and all the familiar things not happening anymore, Blizzard announced this week that Blizzcon is coming back November 2023.
That's very exciting.
It is.
Please forget about all the other stuff involving our company right now.
Pretty much, right? Yeah. But I mean, all the in-person stuff has been canceled.
It's true.
Most of it, right? So.
Yep. So we're going on a road trip? We're going to go to BlizzCon?
I've always wanted to go. So.
Send us $5 and if 100 of you send me $5, we'll go to BlizzCon.
Okay.
Yeah.
That should work, right?
Yeah.
$500.
Yeah.
That'll cover the gas.
Oh. Where is BlizzCon anyways? In California?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't want to go there. Too many Californians.
So in other Blizzard news, Overwatch this week shared their roadmap for the next 3 seasons, and they kind of dropped the ball, or I don't know.
I don't know if drop the ball is a strong enough term.
Yeah. So
alienated their fan base? Would that be a way of putting it? Yeah.
I think that'd be a good.
Yeah.
So with the promise of Overwatch 2, there was going to be almost like what I think people were comparing it to, like a Destiny-like system, where they're going to have full PvE.
Yep.
where you'd have a character and you could put points into them and grind them out and level them up um and yeah, and like dungeons to run and things like that. Well, they've basically dropped that. That's not.
We were just kidding.
It's not being delayed. They're just
Yep.
not doing it anymore.
This is a lot of work. We don't really want to do it anymore.
Yeah, you guys keep buying our $20 skins, so we don't need to do this.
we'd rather just sell outfits and gold guns.
Yeah.
Are you cool with that and not put any effort in?
Yeah.
Hey, Diablo 4's coming. Look over here.
So, I mean, I gotta admit, I'm pretty disappointed about that. Like, I was really looking forward to, like that was supposed to be a huge part of Overwatch 2.
Yeah.
Right? And it's been coming soon for as long as Overwatch 2's been around. So,
yep.
But they are still gonna have PvE events. They'll be just like little dungeon runs, but they'll just be that. You'll do them. Probably have to do them 3 or 4 times to unlock something, or but there's gonna be no like actual PvE mode in the game, and that kind of sucks.
Oh yeah.
What else did they show on this roadmap? Season 6 is going to have a new support hero, and Season 7, Season 7 will have a new tank hero. In Season 7 and beyond, they have a couple things listed here. A new control map, a Roadhog rework, and a Sombra rework. So, yeah. I mean, I'm still playing it. Me and my friend Sean there are having a lot of fun with just the PvP mode. Yeah, it's good. It's really keeping us in it. So, but yeah, pretty disappointed about the PvE.
Yeah. It's a game that you think would be so easy to write a story mode for. Like, it's got a great story. I've watched the trailers. It's like, you think it'd just be printing money.
You'd think.
Blizzard doesn't like money.
I guess not.
Yeah.
They haven't been taking enough lessons from Activision on like the Call of Duty.
It's true.
They need to duty. Call of Duty.
Well, and that was it. There was no other news.
Yeah, no other news happened.
No.
Not even yesterday when.
Just kidding. Big news.
Yeah. So Sony had their first showcase. They usually have these states of play, which are short, like 20 to 30 minute little things, and the last couple have been just all JRPGs. Like,
yep.
But this one was I think this one clocked in at 1:15.
Yeah. It
was hefty. It was hefty.
Content.
Do you want to just go through some of the games that were announced here?
Let's do it.
First up, they had a game called Fair Games, which is it looks like it's like I don't even know how to describe it. It was like almost like a cops and robbers type thing. It looked like, but
yeah, it was a first-person type game, and it almost looked like bank robbing battle royale kind of.
Yeah, that's exactly. And it looked crazy. It looked like they had all the skins and costumes and stuff for people in it. So something to watch out for. That's for sure. Then they showed a trailer for Helldivers 2.
which I thought was it looked like Starship Troopers, like it really wanted to be Starship Troopers.
I thought it was good. Yeah,
it may as well have been. Like it was
was
aliens and humor and big bugs.
Yeah, and the bugs even look like Starship Trooper bugs.
Yeah.
But do you know anything about Helldiver 1?
No, that's the first thing I thought of. I'm like, Helldivers 2, eh?
So apparently the first Helldiver is a top-down shooter.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
mean, cool.
Yeah.
There were a few first-person shooters in the first 20 minutes. It was very first-person shooter heavy.
It definitely was. Immortals of Avium. Avium? Avium?
Yeah.
It fantasy type game. A lot of first-person wizard combat.
Yeah. First-person wizard. That's a good way of putting it.
They had a trailer for Ghost Runner 2, which combines two of my least favorite things. Or one of my biggest least favorite thing in gaming, which is first-person platforming.
Oh yeah, yeah, steampunk typey first-person shooter.
So that was a biggish hit, right? Like the first one, a lot of people really liked it. Phantom Blade Zero.
That one looked cool.
It did. It was a crazy looking like samurai fantasy as well.
Yeah, like Sekiro, like third person, slice up your buddies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next up, they had from the studio that brought us Abzu, Pathless, and Journey. They had Sword of the Sea. And they didn't show much gameplay, just a lot of like mood stuff, but looked like you had a cool looking sword like surfboard.
Yeah, you could surf on a sword.
So the Talos Principle 2.
Yep.
Was a game there. I'm trying to remember anything specific.
It was like a space kind of creepy puzzler. I think that was Principle 1, if I'm remembering right. So this one looks a little more like philosophical, like gods kind of thing. Oh, please focus, camera. I moved and I'm all fuzzy again. There you go.
Maybe. There you go.
Good enough. Just imagine I'm focused.
Yeah. After that, we had Neva from the creators of Gree.
Yeah, which is a great game. I played a little bit of that. You like seeing things you get emotionally attached to die in the first 10 seconds?
There you
watch
go.
That trailer.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah.
And then we had Cat Quest, Pirates of the Caribbean.
I was excited. I actually played a lot of Cat Quest on Apple Arcade.
Oh.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun.
Interesting.
Just like very Zelda-ish type, aimed at a younger crowd, but really well done games. So
this next one, it's a new Square Enix shooter, and I'm just imagining the pitch game like this. They're like, okay, Nintendo has a shooter that people go crazy for, and what do you do in that game? Well, you ink stuff in the Nintendo's game. So then some genius at Square Enix went, we're gonna clean stuff. They had a trailer. So they have a game coming out. It's called Foam Stars.
Yeah.
And it looked like Splatoon but with bubbles.
Yep.
And foam.
Here's my hot ranch or cool ranch prediction. Maybe hot ranch. This game's going to be one of the worst ones of the year. Yeah, this has all the makings of being a disaster. It's like they had an idea, and I don't know. I'm gonna try and focus my camera here. Keep talking.
Okay. Yeah, it just did not look good. Like it looked very cheesy. It looked like they're trying to create their own like free to play shooter. I don't even know if it's free to play. But you know what I mean?
So, yeah.
Like with crazy skins you can buy and because everyone in this is dressed wacky. Like there was nobody, and people are shooting like not even bullets, but like one guy was shooting champagne bottles that looked like that were foaming all over the place. Just like, wow,
this is the greatest game ever.
So yeah, foam stars. Yeah, did not look good. Next up, we have the Plucky Squire, which looked fine.
Yeah, it looked kind of neat. It's again looked kind of Zelda-ish, but like a little bit like that in Mario Odyssey, where you'd be like in 3D, and then it kind of progresses to like a 2.5D. Looked fantastic. Like I actually was really excited after watching it there. I don't have a PS5, but I'm sure it'll come to other things, other consoles and PC.
There you go.
There you go. That'll be a running theme of this. Things coming to all sorts of things.
So next up we had, I saw this trailer, and this game made this game look like a blast. Well, I mean, like literally, because there's a lot of blowing stuff up and destroying stuff. And I'm like, I swear I've seen this somewhere before. And it's a game called Teardown, and it's a voxel-based destruction puzzler. So basically, you have all these puzzles that revolve around destroying things. And it's been out on PC for quite some time, this game. And but this trailer they dropped for it, man, they made it look like so much fun.
Absolutely, yeah. Looked awesome.
Next up they had they showed that there's going to be a Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater remake.
Yeah.
And also announced that it's going to be, I think it's going to be a 3-pack of Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3. Or I don't know if it's going to be a pack.
I think that's a separate thing. Is it?
Oh, okay.
But they have the remake is going to be by itself from what I understand there.
Oh, okay.
It was a crazy trailer. It's like it took like there's a bird or like a butterfly getting eaten by this, and then something getting eaten by this, and then a crocodile, and then a snake, and then it's like, and then Solid Snake just pokes his head up. It's like, this is the most Konami trailer that could have Konami'd. I don't know if Kojima's involved. I think it's just a remake. I don't think he's still not talking to them, right?
Yeah, I don't think him and Konami are working together anymore.
Yeah, I don't think that's a thing that's going to happen. But because honestly, the first thing I thought of was like, oh, that'd be cool if they got back together and made another one. But yeah, that's not. I don't think that's ever happening.
Yeah,
that has long since sailed.
So yeah, a lot of people very excited about this. Next up, we had Towers of Aghasba.
Sure.
But this actually looked like a lot of fun. And apparently, you're rebuilding like your village or city or something.
Sure.
And it's a survival game. So, you'll be collecting resources to rebuild this stuff and so on.
Somebody has to buy shots for the...
Yeah. Oh, it's Brent, and he heard me talking. Must have heard me talking about Metal Gear.
Yep.
That's what he's messaging about. So yeah, Towers of Aghasba. It looks good. Well, I'm going to keep my eye out on that one. Then they had a trailer for Final Fantasy 16.
Yes, I haven't heard of this series before. Is this been around for a while, or?
Apparently, there's 16 of them.
And how is it the Final Fantasy if they're up to 16? Like, I don't believe them anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Should be just Fantasy 16, right?
Yeah. Yeah. All kidding aside, it's the new Final Fantasy. It looks amazing.
Mm-hmm.
We'll probably sell 8 trillion of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it a PlayStation exclusive? Probably timed exclusive, maybe?
Maybe, yeah. That might be one of those games where it's PlayStation and then maybe eventually they let loose on the PC. But
yeah,
it won't be seen on Xbox anytime soon.
You mean it's exclusive?
They don't do that. Maybe.
So yeah, the trailer, it looked amazing, very JRPG. And
yeah.
Actually, it comes out here, not in little less than a month.
Right. So attempt to buy your PlayStation 5 now.
Yeah. Next up, we had Alan Wake 2. They showed a trailer for this. I think Alan Wake 2 was announced quite some time ago, but it was just a screen. Like they didn't have an actual trailer. Because I'm pretty sure they announced it around the time they put out the Alan Wake remake, because they kind of shadow dropped the remake. Or whenever they announced the remake, it was out within a week or two, and then they announced that Alan Wake 2 was coming. They gave us a date, October 17th. So
looks pretty scary.
It does. So if you happen to catch our podcast here, the Alan Wake remake on the Epic Game Store right now is only $13. So if you want to try that out before Alan Wake 2 comes out, that sale's going to June 15th.
There you go. Not sponsored.
Here I am shilling for Epic, and they don't even sponsor us.
They do nothing for us.
And then Assassin's Creed Mirage, which is the
brand new Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently it's going to be smaller and more stealth focused, which is something people were disappointed that the series had gone away from in the last 3. That it just become a big sprawling adventure game. Not really looking, or not really focusing so much on stealth and whatnot.
Yeah. It's Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
If you like it, you like it.
Yeah. It didn't look. It was a CG trailer, so there was no gameplay or anything. But yeah.
Coming October 12th.
October 12th.
October 12th.
Then we had Revenant Hill.
Yep.
Which is another cat game, because they realize now, cat games sell.
People like cats.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, I don't remember much about this one. Apparently, you play a cat named Twigs trying to become a witch's familiar.
There you go. It was like the stage in the presentation where they show like, here's the indie artsy kind of game.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then this next one here, like, this is a series I haven't heard of in a long, long time.
Grand Blue?
Yeah.
I don't think I've even heard of it before.
I've got a couple of PSP games, I think, with this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, they're like, the art style anyway. I don't know if I ever played it, but the art style is very familiar. It looks pretty cool, and it's got co-op. So if you want to see Ryan and I play some Japanese-looking role-playing type of game,
there you go. Yeah,
I'll have to buy a PlayStation 5 though.
Yeah. They after they showed that, they had another trailer for Street Fighter 6, which comes out in next week, it looks like.
One of those games that, honestly, I always forget it's not still at 3.
Right.
I feel very old. It's like, I remember when 3 came out, I'm like, oh, they finally made a third one after like 372 cop versions of the second one.
Yeah.
And now they're at 6. They're all grown up.
This one, the big
Blanca's
deal.
a dad now. Dollism owns a store.
Yeah.
Ken and Ryu doing things, going to swap meets.
Got married.
Yeah, sure.
Why not?
Why not? Yeah. Sorry, carry on.
So the big deal in this one is that you actually create a character in this, and it has like a story mode, I guess, that you're. Have you seen any of the videos where? No. So apparently, like the videos, a couple of short clips I've seen, like you create your character and then you go to like a town square, and there's just people in the town square and like people running shops and stuff, and you can run up to and basically challenge anybody to a fight.
Ah.
And like the clip I saw, you just ran up to like a hot dog vendor, and suddenly you're in a fight with the hot dog vendor. Like, so, and that's how you level yourself, and
sure.
And I guess you fight Street Fighter characters as as you progress and stuff. So yeah, I've heard they have some crazy button combinations too. Like there's a mode basically where you can tie everything to just 2 buttons, like basically punch and kick, and it'll just like figure everything else out for you. Like
Street
your combo
Fighter for the rest of us, yeah.
Yeah. So I'll be interested to see once it actually fully drops here. See how it works out for people. Next up, we had a trippy looking game called Ultros.
Yeah,
but it looked like a lot of fun.
The kids are all excited about it. This looks like a 1960s concert poster.
It does.
Yeah.
And I don't know, was this a secret? This next one, or
I think I don't think it had been announced before.
No. But Dragon's Dogma 2.
Yeah.
Well, you know what it was they announced a Dragon's Dogma remake, I think a few months back.
Okay.
And people were like, "Where's our part 2? We don't want a remake."
Oh,
yeah. So
we want things.
So yeah, it's Capcom's action RPG. Part 2.
Part 2.
Five Nights at Freddy's. Help Wanted 2.
Yeah, VR. You wanna poop your pants?
Mm-hmm.
That's just how you do it. He has a jump scare in the trailer. Got me really good. Like,
I bet.
Well done, game. Well done.
They showed a preview of Resident Evil 4 VR mode. Which looks crazy.
Yep, screw that game. I mean, probably really good.
Then they showed a trailer for Arizona Sunshine 2, which I'm kind of happy because I played a ton of Arizona Sunshine. That was one of the games I had for the first PSVR.
Right.
And I was obsessed with searching vehicles because you could actually go up to a window and like peek in.
Hey, how you doing in there?
Yeah.
Looks like zombie killing fun.
Yeah, it really does. Then they had another. Apparently it's an extremely popular free-to-play shooter, Crossfire. From South Korean developer Smilegate. Oh, apparently it's coming to PSVR 2.
Yeah.
And I mean, it looked like your typical Counter-Strike type game. So
shooty bang bang.
Shooty bang bang. Speaking of shooty bang bang, they had Synapse. Showed the trailer for Synapse, which is another, like you said, shooty bang bang VR game.
Yeah, and it was funny because to quote Kotaku, which is the article we're looking at, look, another VR game where you run around shooting people. Could be fun. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of those first-person shooty VR games.
And so apparently Beat Saber isn't out on PSVR 2 yet. I would have thought that'd be a launch title.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently not.
Mm-hmm.
And when it launches, they're going to be, I imagine, you'll be able to, it'll be a DLC to buy, not for free, but there's a Queen music pack so
music honoring Queen Elizabeth II, who recently passed away.
Yes, fat bottom girls, they make the rockin' world go round. She will rock you, Rob.
Yes.
There you go. This next one, after they were done with VR, Bungie showed a trailer for their new game, a game called Marathon, which I had not even heard of.
I actually had a cheer up moment at this because, for people who don't know, Bungie's first game, the one that made them popular, was a super popular first-person shooter for the Mac called Marathon, and it was people still play that game. Like, it's really, really popular. It's a great game. They're making a remake like 25 years or something after, I think.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up here. I think it was 97 or so.
I mean, it didn't show much gameplay, but it was intriguing. Looked like robots shooting each other. Very stylized because they had the robot get shot and fall in the water and like blue blood flowed out of him.
Look at that. 96?
Ooh.
Oh, no, 94. Sorry. It's even older. 96.
Ooh.
96, Bungie released Super Marathon, which is a port of Marathon and Marathon 2 to the Apple Bandai Pippin video game console.
Oh, wow.
That was the first thing that came up in my,
Wowie, wow.
The Pippin.
Yeah.
I still want one. Can't afford one. Someday you will see me reviewing a Pippin.
And apparently there's after they showed that, we'll have to see how Marathon does. I have no frame of reference or
I'll probably play it just because Marathon.
All right.
It's cool. Yeah. Cool Bungie.
I will play Marathon with you just to play a shooter with you.
There you go.
Next up, they had a trailer, or a little, not even a trailer, but a teaser, I guess, for the final expansion for Destiny 2, which I didn't realize. I thought Destiny 2 was a live service game, and it was just going to keep going and going, but apparently not. So their next big and last expansion is called The Final Shape. And apparently Cade 6, who apparently died a few years ago in the storytelling.
Sorry, spoilers.
Yeah. If it was spoiled for me, it's spoiled for you.
That's right.
So yeah. Destiny 2, The Final Shape.
Yep. The final countdown.
And then they showed a trailer for Concord, which is is this might be the I don't want to Google it right now, but this might be the game that is coming from the studio that's made up of old Battlefield devs.
Sure.
Yeah, I think that's what this is. But they showed I don't think there is. Yeah, it was a teaser. It wasn't
a teaser. Yeah, I don't
It wasn't.
remember anything about it.
Yeah, just that spaceship flying through the rainbow.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and that was it. There was nothing else they talked about at the PlayStation. So thank you. Ryan played some games. Have a good weekend.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Of course, Rob is joking. So Sony's big mic drop moment was Project Q. And what is Project Q, you ask?
Yeah, what is it, Ryan?
It's a handheld gaming device that is built around streaming PlayStation games to your console via remote play.
Yeah.
So basically, you got to be on the same Wi-Fi, but you can play your games around the house portably from your PlayStation.
You guys remember the Vita? Remember the Vita would do that?
Yeah.
The PlayStation 4 like 100 years ago. And it would still play games off cartridges that you could... Yeah, this doesn't do that. Just streams.
Yeah.
From games that you own on your console.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not other games.
No.
So the joke around the internet, because the internet's a cruel, harsh place. Except here. But they're calling this the PlayStation U.
The PlayStation U. Yeah.
Because just do yourself a favor if you're listening to this and Google Project Q. It literally looks, well, honestly, it looks like a Switch with two PlayStation-shaped Joy-Cons.
Yep.
So here's the thing, and I'm going to ask your opinion as well on this, but my idea of whether this is going to be a success or a great idea will entirely depend on how much this thing costs.
Right.
If it is $150, okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's got, you can go around the house, you can play away from the TV. That's cool. This thing's $350 and it doesn't play cartridges. No sale.
No sale.
No sale.
Like,
what do you think?
Yeah, is it basically a phone with no guts? Just like Wi-Fi? Like,
I guess.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, if you had a tablet and a couple of those like aftermarket things you can stick a tablet on, like,
yeah,
it would be the same thing, and actually surf the internet if you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
So they, like you said, the cost of it will be very determining. But I mean, I think I'm one of those rare birds where I actually play like on road trips and stuff. Like I actually like having a console I can take on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't play portably around my house very often.
Yeah.
Like, or a couple times before bed or something like. Yeah.
Yeah, and then right after that, do you like those Beats or like AirPods, or you want to buy some incredibly overpriced PlayStation version?
Yeah.
Here you go.
Made to go with these. They'll have.
Yeah. I mean, and again, like maybe they're not ludicrously expensive, but they probably are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
they probably will be.
Yeah.
So it was shocking.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite what we wanted.
No, if this had been like a Steam Deck kind of like PlayStation standalone console that could do remote play as well, would have been a lot more exciting. But
yeah, like if it's tied to the whole idea that it's tied to being like tied to remote play is very, very unappealing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can remote play on my phone already. I've got my Razer Kishi, so
Yeah.
You know?
And I can stream Stadia to my... Oh, no, I can't.
Oh.
Oh. Poor Stadia.
R.I.P. So yeah, it was the mic drop moment, and at first it was like holy crap, and then I, after you had some time to think about it, it was meh.
Yeah.
Meh. And then also, do you think Jim Ryan looks like a less angry uh who's that chef?
Oh, Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon
Absolutely.
Ramsay.
Yeah. Yep. He's like, I am very happy to be here right now.
Uh-huh.
I am Jim Ryan. Here's some PlayStation games.
Yeah. So after that mic drop, they had some gameplay of the new Spider-Man 2.
Yes.
And it looks awesome.
Yeah, looks really good.
Looks really good. So it looks like you play both Peter and Miles Morales in the game. And they revealed that Kraven the Hunter looks like he's the big baddie in this one. At whatever point in the game you're already at when they showed this gameplay, it looks like the symbiote suit that Peter Parker's already in it, the Venom symbiote suit. So I kind of like that they focused a lot on not being in the city. Like this whole
absolutely.
trailer. I thought it was at first I was thinking it looked a little QuickTime eventy, but I don't actually think it is. I think it's and yeah, it looks, yeah, I don't know. I will be buying it day one and putting many hours into it because yeah, it looks awesome.
Yeah, I'm always here for symbiote suit Peter Parker. That's always good stuff.
But yeah, so it looks like you play both of them and Venom and Kraven. So
yeah, Kraven the Hunter is an interesting choice for a baddie, but they did pretty good with him. So
I think so. What they showed it in the scene they showed Kraven was trying to hunt down the lizard.
Right.
Dr. Connors, and Peter Parker was trying to protect Dr. Connors. And they made the lizard, like they did a really good job of not showing too much of him. Like just quick cuts here and there, but yeah, he looked crazy.
Yep.
Like covered in spikes and yeah. So yeah, that was I don't know, overall, what do you think of that? What would you give that event?
I'd say it was like a 7.5 or like an 8. Pretty good.
Yeah.
A lot of first-person shooters, but lots of. I have to give it to them. They had a lot of content, a lot of good games, building up some hype.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still, it seems like ever since COVID, though, no one's putting out these trailers of like things that are just to come. In the next couple of years, like you really don't see any trailers like that from anybody, right? Like just no one wants to put that out there. Hey.
Yeah, I think Intellivision was the last company to do that.
Quite possibly.
Yeah, they're like, hey. Well, that was it.
That's what we got for news.
Yeah.
So I noticed you didn't put any games down here.
I have a couple. I just haven't typed them in yet. But
okay. Do you wanna take it away and talk about them?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
So just a lot of classic gaming. There's some Fall Guys too. The Fall Guys as well, not Fall Guys 2. They've got a new new season out here, creative construction. It's a lot of fun. Make your own maps and stuff like that.
So, sorry, with that, people can upload their maps? And
Yep.
then, yeah, oh, that's kind of cool.
Yep,
Like
yep. There's a whole area to it there. From what I understand, I tend to stay away from the building your own stuff kind of thing, but it sure looks like that's, yeah, they have uploaded ones and really challenging ones from the team, and like the whole thing is kind of around being able to kind of build stuff like that.
Awesome. Okay.
And other than that, been playing some full motion video games. Uploaded a video there. Look at our Facebook page, and you'll see that I uploaded a video for Ground Zero Texas for the Sega CD. And please go watch it, because it took me like an hour and a half to get my Sega CD working again. So please support the effort. I'm thinking of doing a few of these full motion video games, like making maybe a series out of some of them. We'll see. They're a lot of fun to play. Like just cheesy B grade 90s action.
Yeah.
Usually every one of them has one of those actors where you're like, I remember that guy from that one show. And then some sections where you have to shoot like a light gun.
Awesome.
And a lot of when people get shot. It's great. It's great. And that's about it. Like I said, I've been doing some playing a lot of like Capcom Stadium, some Midway's classics, like a bunch of the older bite-sized, like Mercs and 1943, and just comfort foods.
Yes, Mercs. That's a good one. I always forget about that one.
Yeah, it's a good game. That's about it. Okay. I imagine in like the 6 weeks since the last podcast, you've played a game or two.
As you saw from the list, I have.
Yeah.
So I'll get started. So we had talked about this. I think the last time we were together that I was gonna put some time into it. So I tried the Rally Race DLC for Forza Horizon 5. And I have to report, not a huge fan.
Okay.
I like the off-road stuff is my favorite stuff in Forza Horizon 5, but the rally racing, the tracks are really short and windy, and you've got someone calling out the turns to you.
Sure, yeah.
And they just, I don't know. I'm not jamming with it. I think you can turn the announcer off, and that might make it a little better.
Slow left turn.
Yeah, water, incline, slight left, right. You know, it's just I was playing and my wife was working on her crafts, and she's like, what are they doing? Why are they calling that out? And so I had to tell her that's what they do in rally racing.
That's what they do.
But yeah, I'm not like, I like to go full out when I'm racing, and you need a lot more control with this one.
Yeah. So, sure. Yeah.
So not my favorite DLC. I put a little time into it, not a whole heck of a lot. In keeping with racing, I did put some time into Hot Wheels Unleashed.
Very nice.
Played that on my Xbox, and I'm happy to report it's a fun little racer, Rob.
Okay.
And you know, in the couple hours I put in, I probably unlocked like 30 Hot Wheel cars that were all ones that you could race with, and like they really tap into the whole nostalgia of like Hot Wheels, like collecting and
sure, yeah.
But the racing is good. It feels really good. Like they got the speed down, which is a huge thing that a lot of racing games don't get, right? And they got the feeling of speed down. It looks great, and they definitely tap into the whole nostalgia factor of collecting the Hot Wheels cars.
Right on.
So next time you sign up for Game Pass, it's on Game Pass. Give her a try.
Ah.
Yeah, it's highly recommend. I also put a bunch of time into Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp on the
Ah.
Nintendo Switch,
Mm-hmm.
and super happy to report it is awesome.
Good.
It is exactly what I wanted. It is Advance Wars with a new paint and some excellent quality of life improvements, and I've been working my way through it when I get a chance.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, it's a very good remake. I was going to report that I've actually finally finished Frostpunk, the game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I actually thought I didn't quite understand their menu system. So when I was in the maps, they have maps or they have scenarios and they have a DLC menu.
Ah.
And so I finished everything in the scenarios. Then I'm like, all right, on to the DLC. Well, the DLC was already in the scenarios. So I finished up all the scenarios, and yeah, I really like that game as a city builder. I mean, it's a
Mm-hmm.
little get a little oppressive, like you can kill off people like crazy,
Mm.
but um, it's yeah, Frostpunk. I can't wait for part two, which I haven't. Besides the announcement that part two is coming, I have not
Ah.
heard another thing about it.
Even more Frostpunky-ish.
Even more Frostpunky-ish. So after finishing up Frostpunk, I wanted to play another city builder.
Mm-hmm.
And so I dove into Timberborn.
Hmm.
And probably for about 2 weeks straight there, I obsessively played this game.
Okay.
And Timberborn, basically, you're beavers who have developed like steampunk-like technology after the fall of man.
Okay.
So once I played the game and kind of, I'm not gonna say mastered it, but like did
Mm-hmm.
everything I wanted to in it.
Yep.
Because I played it at normal and many beaver died.
Many a beaver died.
Many beaver died. Then I went and played it on easy just to get
Mm-hmm.
familiar with everything.
Yep.
And then I went back to normal. And um, one thing about this game is it's still in early access. So I kind of discovered the way I understood normal mode is that basically you're building your kingdoms, your little districts, and you have to survive droughts that keep coming up, and they're always
Mm-hmm.
you have a season, and some time into that season, randomly a drought will occur, and the droughts can be like in normal mode 3 to 9 days. I found out, and basically a drought is you just got to survive without water, like because
Sure.
you know all this stuff. There's always a river running through your map, and so you got to dam it, and you've got like damn it, and you've got like water wheels for powering things. Like it's a lot of fun. They put a lot
Sure.
of work into this, a lot of good balance. But I discovered that I could survive the 9 day drought no problem. Like I kind
Mm-hmm.
of got to that point, and because the game's in early access, there's no real like end to the game.
Gotcha.
There's no like story progression or anything like that right now. It's just
Mm-hmm.
that.
Sure.
So it took about 2 weeks to get to that point, but um yeah. So I kind of put it away for now, and I'm eagerly awaiting like its full release or like its next content patch or whatever, right? But it's a lot of fun. It's a whole lot of fun. If you like city builders and things like that, it's great. So after I was done with Timberborn, I'm like, I'm still in a city builder, city builder mode. Like I
Mm-hmm.
still want to play. So I've had Airborn Kingdom in my backlog for almost 2 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And the story of that game is you have this Airborn Kingdom that in the past it was this glorious kingdom, and you're setting about to rebuild it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got some really cool dynamics. Like you've got your main castle in the middle, and it's steam powered, and you got to build all around it, but you got to keep track of like your balance.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to balance out your ship and like your flying kingdom, and keep adding to it. But I think this kind of helped me determine I like a city builder more, like where you can like play it at 3 times the speed and like have your guys like build something, and oh shoot, that's not working, I'll tear it down, I'll build something else. And this game, it's actually more about, it's not so much of your like building the kingdom is a huge part,
Sure,
but it's actually more about scavenging your resources. Because I've played it like 3 rounds of it now, and they've all come to an end because I've entered an area that has scarce either scarce coal to keep myself like flying, or scarce food or something, and like I'm still kind of working around that, but it's not quite what I like to do as much as like building the cities and everything that you do in like Frostpunk and Timberborn. It's much more, I guess, actiony. Well, not actiony, but like I said, like you have to like fly all around the map to the different kingdoms and just areas looking for resources and making sure you got enough, and finding the new resources, and you come across kingdoms and you do little quests for them, like and they're always basically gathering quests, like you have a spot to go to find something and bring it back. And so it's fun, but not quite what I was looking for. And last but not least, I put a couple hours into Redfall. And
yeah,
it was fine.
Sure.
Killed some vampires.
Right. No zombies.
No zombies.
No zombies.
Killed some vampires, and yeah, did some stuff. I don't know. It quickly falls into the trope that I hate in first person games. As soon as I have to do some platforming, I just it has to work. It has to work hard to win me back.
Sure. You're like, nah, no, thank you.
Yeah. So, I put just over 2 hours into it. It was fine.
Sure.
It was not the abomination that I was led to believe. So, yeah. And that's what's been keeping me busy these past couple weeks since we last got together. And I imagine next week when we get together, all I'm going to have to talk about, oh, look at all the reflection. There we go.
Yeah.
Is this.
And I can't reach it. Oh, it's way down there. Never mind. There you go. And maybe some of... Come on. Distract the folks.
Is it a puppy? Is it a puppy, Rob?
It's not a puppy.
Is it a puppy?
There.
What's Rob got, folks?
Some of this.
Oh, Mad Dog McCree.
Mad Dog McCree. There you go.
On Wii. Oh, boy.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
That'll translate well. Yep.
Awesome. I would like to see that.
Need to figure out in OBS. Maybe I can figure out how to record it. So I set up like a camera on top of the TV so you can see me kind of like standing like this while I'm recording the video. This probably would do that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We can talk about that off camera.
There you go. But yeah, I'm going to put a poll in the forum on our Facebook page by searching the Grumpy Old Gamers on our Facebook. The Facebooks.
Well, that's all I got for games, Rob. You got anything else you want to add? Anything making you grumpy?
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
I want to go play some more FMV games.
I hear you.
An excuse to pull the 3DO out as well.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
that's always an adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to play? Oh, maybe.
Possibly.
All right. But look for that on our forum for where we get your opinions about it.
Mm-hmm.
And also, if you go to leaf1.lhowon.org, you can download Marathon, Marathon 2, and Marathon Infinity from the Leaf 1 open source project.
Oh.
Yeah, available for Mac OS, Windows, and Linux.
Wow.
And I guess it's open source. It's available under the terms of the GNU General Public License. So that's Alephone .lhowon.org. You can download Marathon for yourself. Marathon 2 and Marathon 3. And there's online multiplayer.
Maybe, how about instead of spelling out the link, we'll put it in our show notes.
We could do that too. Because it's a weird... yes, look in the show notes. But if you're following along now, you can go to alephone.lhowon.org. You type that into your browser window on the internets.
On the internet. Oh, you know what, Rob? I forgot one thing that I was going to mention. So we kind of skipped over it because I never made a note of it here. But I was going to mention it after we talked about the PlayStation event there.
Mm-hmm.
So almost right after the PlayStation event was done, Xbox put out a tweet of new games coming to Xbox soon. And it shows a picture of Immortals of Avium, Ghost Runner 2, Marathon, Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater, Dragon's Dogma 2,
okay,
Alan Wake 2, The Plucky Squire, Teardown, Assassin's Creed Mirage, Neva, Cap's Quest, and the Talos Principle 2. Just this page of all those games. Just to remind everybody, they're not just on PlayStation.
Sure.
And also a bit of news that came out is that, is it Remedy? Is it Remedy who makes Alan Wake?
Yes, I think
so. They announced that Alan Wake 2 is only going to be a digital-only game.
I did hear that. Because the Evercade released a tweet afterwards saying, right. Boy, it sure is hard to release physical games. Yeah.
It was something about they're doing it to keep the cost a bit down or something.
Yeah, that's why it's only $80.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I just thought that's some good fair play there. I can't wait to see what PlayStation does after.
They're like, yeah, well, we got well, Spider-Man. They got Spider-Man too.
They got Spider-Man. Yeah.
That's a pretty big deal.
It is. It really is. But that's just funny because I mean, you see these things in the PlayStation or Xbox event, and you think that's the first time you've seen them, and you're like, oh, they just must be coming to this, right? And yeah, it's just funny that Xbox wanted to remind everybody.
Just so you guys know.
Well, Rob, if that's all we got, you wanna take this crazy train home?
Sure thing. Well, thank you all for watching or listening, or whatever medium you're using to take us in. This has been the Grumpy Old Gamers podcast. You can't teach an old gamer new tricks. If you'd like to see more of what we do, check us out on Facebook. Just search the Grumpy Old Gamers and look for, I think it's got Pac-Man. Look for Pac-Man. And you'll see we've got a forum as well where we got a great group of people who follow what we do, and a great community of people who all kind of pipe in and talk older games, some newer games, Albertan politics, all sorts of stuff. Want to talk about religion? We'll do that too. That's we don't do that. But we talk about video games.
We talk about the video games.
Talk about video games, and you can check out our website at thegrumpyoldgamers.com. You got all sorts of review action there. Check out the YouTube videos where we post different reviews. Like I said, I just did the FMV one. Ryan does a lot of Let's Play stuff on there and is talking about doing the female Zelda game. Can't remember. It's like Tears of the Kingdom or something like that.
Tears of the
Kingdom. Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah,
come watch that. We'll see if every single one of his videos can get copyright stricken. That's usually what happens. We don't make money anyway. And yeah, one of these every 1 to 3 to 5 weeks, whenever stuff comes up. But if you want to let us know how you appreciate it or what you want us to do different or different ideas, like reach out to us at makeusgrumpy@gmail.com. That's how you can reach hold of us. So, as always, thanks for checking us out. Have a great night. Take care. And bye-bye.
See ya.